Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Report, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
Let's take a look at some stocks on the move today. I'm Nathan Hager, joined by Bloomberg's Valerie Teitel on a morning where a lot is happening in the Mag 7. Some very interesting dynamics there, starting with Nvidia under pressure this morning. Valerie, good morning.
A lot of drama when it comes to the Mag 7 this morning. Nvidia down 2.2% in pre-market trade after China says a preliminary probe has found Nvidia violated anti-monopoly law. This is in relation to an acquisition it made back in 2020 of Mellanox, which is a networking chip maker. The Chinese regulator said it would investigate further, but didn't clarify any remedies it will seek. And it also comes at a very suspicious time. The U.S. and China officials are headed into their second day of trade and economic negotiations in Madrid. So it does seem to be like China is trying to amp up the pressure, perhaps, on the U.S. administration with this hit to Nvidia down 2.2%.
And on the other side of the coin, Valerie, a lot of investors buying Tesla this morning, and it's not just investors who are buying
It's not just investors, it's the CEO himself. Tesla shares up 6.25% in pre-market, really flying this morning after a filing showed that on September 12th, just last Friday, CEO Elon Musk purchased 2.5 million shares of Tesla, which amounts to $1 billion. Now, he hasn't made big splashy trades in Tesla stock since 2022, but back then he was selling Tesla shares in order to fund his purchase of Twitter. This move means he's already netted around $70 million on his new position of 2.5 million shares of Tesla, $1 billion spent by the CEO on Friday, and the stock is up 6.5%.
And climbing as we speak. Well away from the tech space, Valerie, Hims and Hers is dropping this morning. What happened there?
Yeah, down 2.8% in pre-market trade. It came after the FDA chief cited the Hims and Hers Super Bowl ad as an example of the industry's misleading adverts, citing how all the upsides were mentioned on this GLP-1 drug that they were advertising, but none of the side effects and disclaimers were included. And he used the ad to argue that the agency is overdue for a crackdown on misleading pharma ads, and comes after Trump's executive order last week again put scrutiny on the sector. So Hims and Hers in the red, down 2.8%.
And I see you've got Warner Brothers Discovery still on your radar this morning after the Emmys, maybe?
Well, the Emmys, the big wins at the Emmys weren't enough to boost the stock price further. It already rallied 50% in the last two sessions on the back of Paramount being a potential suitor for all its assets. But Warner Brothers Discovery is down 1% this morning, even though their Emmy winnings not boosting the share price. HBO Max was a big winner at the Emmys, which is owned by Warner Brothers. The medical drama The Pit was the most nominated show of the season.
The Stock Movers Report from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.